Good morning everyone, welcome back to your beloved always reveal drawback chess speedrun series. Today we are climbing from 2500 to 2600 rating points, but unlike the past videos, today we are changing the rules just a little bit, and without any further ado, let us start the first game. First game was played at 2530, Scorched Earth. You can't move to a square that you've moved from. So my king cannot move then, reveal drawback to opponent. d4. d5. Before this game I actually got another game with an instant loss drawback, and after reading your feedbacks in the comment section, I have decided that these instant loss games will not get featured in this series anymore. Simp always listens. Knight f3. Bishop g4. Since I cannot go back to the previous square, I'll develop my bishop in a way so it can instantly make a capture. My opponent immediately avoided the capture. This guy is very strong, I already know this is a loss. I don't want knight f6 because after take h3, my knight cannot go back to f6 due to the rules, and it will probably stay on the rim for the rest of the game. So I guess, bishop h5 instead. g4. This is very annoying. Take h4. Aha. I see. So he wants to use his pawns to close my position down, because as my amount of red squares is increasing each and every move, the only reliable source of new squares is actually from his side of the board, so by pushing more pawns and forcing me to play on my side of the board, he is slowly but consistently weakening my position. There is nothing I can do about that. d6. He pushes. I cannot take, that square was used by my bishop before. Bishop d6. f4. This is so dead, knight f6. My only viable plan is to also go all out with him on this side of the board, and somehow get my queen up there to infiltrate his territory. e3. Attack. F takes g5. Okay, that should be good for me, maybe there's hope. Bishop g3 check. King e2. He is even challenging me to come closer. Knight e4. Bishop g2. Queen takes g5. Take knight c3. Now what? I managed to get my queen active, but it turned out that she is actually not that active. And by moving the queen away, I have absolutely nothing to defend my king, who physically cannot move. Knight b5. He is threatening knight takes c7 checkmate in 1, but my bishop is defending it. a6. Why didn't he move his knight to e5 though? I cannot capture it on that square. He retreats. f5. Take rook g1. I'm out of moves. Waiting move. My side is running out of squares, and his side is absolutely not open at all. He finally found knight e5. Okay, I resign. There's no reason to continue playing. His drawback is also pretty difficult, but he can always just walk his king forward to one of my disabled squares and I can never win. We'll grab our win at the second game. Second game I get you reveal I reveal. Sounds like a real man. Devil on your shoulder, a devil is suggesting terrible moves for you to make. If you disobey it 7 turns in a row, you must obey it on the 8th. An absolute disaster. Reveal drawback to opponent. The devil wants g2 g4. But no, e4. And I already think e4 was a blunder because it opens up my queen. The time will eventually come when the devil forces me to blunder my own queen. Opponent counter revealed. You can only capture from dark squares. Ha! I'll obey the devil then. He cannot take my queen due to his drawback. The plan is very simple. We win the game within the next 8 moves, just before the devil forces me to blunder my queen. f6. Very convenient. Queen h5 check. g6 I'll take his pawn. King d7. I can't just keep checking because c6 I cannot take as his knight can recapture from a dark square. Bishop c4 instead. Knight h6. Bishop e6 check. King c6. Queen to b5. Checkmate in 1. Okay, that was fast, but definitely was not easy. Hadn't I managed to win fast enough, the devil would have forced me to blunder my own king. All the moves it was suggesting was probably the worst moves of the engine. But anyway, one win and one loss. It all comes down to this. Jumpy, when possible, you must move a piece that is being attacked. Absolutely impossible, reveal drawback to opponent. e4. My opponent counter-revealed, you can't move onto the rim, you can make moves that start and stop on the rim. Okay, so this game is a win for me. h5. I don't even have to do anything, because based on his drawback, his pieces have physically no way to capture my king, which will always be on a rim. d4. I am forced to move my h-pawn. h4. He stopped my pawn. Rook h5. Okay, I don't really understand the part that says you can make moves that start and stop on the rim. I assume it should be like moving the piece on the same rim, which means his queen should not be able to take my rook. But even if she can, there is still nothing to worry about because I basically just cannot lose. So his queen cannot take my rook. I have to move the rook. Rook a5. His queen left the rim. She can never enter any rim again, which means she physically can never capture my king. Bishop c4. f6. Knight e2. Knight h6. More and more pieces of mine are getting attacked and I have to move them. I'll find a way to end this quick. Castle. Knight f5. After he takes my knight with his pawn, that exact pawn will block his queen from attacking my f-pawn. Exactly. But then it's time for my b-pawn to be attacked. What is this situation? b5. I can only win this game because my opponent revealed his drawback, if not then this would definitely be one of the worst games that I have ever played. Bishop back. Aha. Finally. A free move. c5. You may be wondering why am I wasting a free move on blundering a pawn, but no, trust me, I have a plan. D takes c5. Here we go. Queen to c7. The plan is very simple, queen to h2. Checkmate in 1. Queen g4. Okay, back to moving my pieces due to my drawback. g6. Please just take it. Thank you. King move. Bishop h6. That blunders a bishop. Knight c3. b4 is forced. Ha! Imagine knight d5 forcing me to move my queen. Exactly. Queen to h2. Checkmate in 1, because as we have already known, he cannot capture from one rim to a different rim. Why? You know what, I'm not gonna play this game anymore. 100% win rate. Have a great day.